Welcome to the Funnel Factor, everybody. All right, so you sent in this webinar from Cindy all about bonus funnels. And you're looking specifically at the Traffic Blaster launch that's coming up.
Yes.
I can see why, too, because she's giving people a chance to actually have their bonus funnels featured in this launch.
This is a great opportunity because when you think about launches, people tend to think of them as kind of a one-time short-term thing. But what Cindy's really doing here is teaching a strategy for how to use a launch to build a long-term asset.
Right.
Which is your email list.
It's like planting seeds that just keep growing and blooming. And the great thing is she's laid out this challenge for everyone.
Yeah.
Get your funnel to her by Sunday night, and you're in.
Yeah. I like that there's a deadline there. It just gives that extra sense of urgency.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so let's back up for a second. For anyone who maybe isn't totally familiar with all of this, what exactly is a bonus funnel?
So a bonus funnel is really just an affiliate marketing strategy, but it's a specific type of affiliate marketing strategy where you're offering a bonus as an incentive for people to opt into your email list.
So it's not just any old lead magnet or opt-in form.
Right.
It's tied to a vendor's product launch.
Exactly.
So you're driving traffic to their offer while you're building your list.
It's a win-win because the vendor gets more exposure for their launch and you get to grow your email list.
And establish yourself as an expert or an authority in your niche.
Exactly.
So in this case, Cindy's offering to shortcut that whole process a little bit by giving you access to her audience through her Traffic Blaster launch.
Yeah.
Which, for those who aren't familiar, is basically her big promotional event that she does, I think, a few times a year.
Yeah.
Where she emails her massive list to promote partners' offers.
And getting that kind of exposure can be a huge boost, especially for someone who's just getting started with bonus funnels.
Totally. Now, in the webinar, Cindy actually walks through the entire process of creating one of these funnels, and she starts by talking about heading over to Muncheye.
Yes.
Which is a website that lists a ton of different affiliate products.
Mostly in the internet marketing and make money online space.
Right. And you can find a product that's launching soon that would be a good fit for your audience.
Yeah. Muncheye is great because they have all these filters so you can really narrow down your search.
So you can look for products in your specific niche.
Right. You can filter by launch date, by vendor reputation, all sorts of things.
Perfect. So you've found a product. Now it's time for the fun part, creating the bonus content. And Cindy actually suggests using AI prompts to get the ideas flowing.
Yeah, AI can be a really helpful tool for this, especially if you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed.
Just tell it what kind of product you're promoting, and it'll spit out a bunch of bonus ideas.
You can even refine it further based on your target audience.
And then once you've got your bonus content figured out, it's time to create the rest of the funnel.
Right.
So you've got the sales copy, email sequence, all the graphics and design elements.
All those pieces that work together to get people to opt in.
And Cindy even suggests using AI for this step, too, to help speed up the process.
Oh, yeah. There are some great AI tools that can help you write copy design graphics, even create videos.
It's pretty amazing. And then once you have all those pieces created, you assemble the funnel itself. And Cindy demonstrates this using FunnelMates, which is her preferred software.
FunnelMates is great because it's very user-friendly, even for beginners.
And it has a lot of features specifically for bonus funnels.
Yeah, like built-in templates and automation that make things super simple.
And this is where the webinar gets really interesting. She starts talking about email list management and connecting your autoresponder.
Yeah, because this is how you're actually going to collect and communicate with those subscribers after they opt in.
Exactly. And she explains the pros and cons of using FunnelMate's built-in email system.
Which is super convenient.
Right, versus connecting your own autoresponder like a MailChimp or an ActiveCampaign.
Which gives you a lot more control, but can be a little bit more technical to set up.
And she actually walks through how to do that if you decide to go that route.
Yeah, she shows you step-by-step how to connect your autoresponder and even how to export your subscribers if you need to.
So she really covers a lot of ground in this webinar.
She does.
It's a complete crash course on bonus funnels.
Yeah.
Plus, she throws in this amazing opportunity to get featured in her launch.
Which could really jumpstart your list-building efforts.
For sure. One thing that really stuck out to me was her emphasis on segmenting your list.
Yes.
She talks about that a lot.
She does.
Why do you think that's so crucial?
Well, because it allows you to tailor your message based on the specific interests and behavior of your subscribers.
So it's not just sending the same generic email blast to everyone and hoping it sticks.
Exactly. Segmenting allows you to send the right information to the right people at the right time.
Which makes your emails a lot more relevant and engaging.
And that leads to higher open rates, click-through rates, and ultimately more conversions.
I see. That makes sense. Another thing that I thought was interesting was her advice on repurposing your bonus content.
Yeah.
She encourages you to think beyond just the bonus funnel itself
and find ways to use that content in other parts of your business.
It's all about maximizing the value of that content.
Like turning it into blog posts, social media updates, even short videos.
Exactly. Why let all that hard work go to waste?
Right. You mentioned earlier that Cindy explained how to connect an external autoresponder to FunnelMates.
Yeah, she did a good job of breaking that down step by step.
Was that helpful?
Definitely. It can feel a little intimidating if you're not super techie, but she makes it pretty straightforward.
And she also covered how to export your subscribers from FunnelMates if you need to.
Right, which is a nice option to have.
So it sounds like she covered a lot of ground in this webinar.
She did.
What would you say are the key takeaways for someone who wants to start building bonus funnels specifically for Cindy's Traffic Blaster launch?
I think the first key takeaway is to focus on providing genuine value with your bonus. It shouldn't just be some throwaway freebie. It needs to be something that genuinely enhances the value of the main product and that your audience will find truly helpful.
You're not trying to trick people into giving you their email address.
Exactly.
You're trying to build trust and establish yourself as a valuable resource.
Right. And the second key takeaway is to take advantage of Cindy's launch, but don't rush the process.
I like that. Quality over speed.
Exactly. The deadline is there, but it's more important to create a high-quality bonus funnel that represents your brand well and provides a great experience for your subscribers.
That makes sense.
And finally, don't be afraid to experiment and get creative. There's no one right way to build a bonus funnel.
Okay.
So try different things, see what works for you, and constantly refine your approach.
Great advice. All right, so now that we've laid the groundwork, let's jump into the nitty-gritty of building your first bonus funnel.
Okay.
What's the first step?
The first step is to choose the right product to promote. You need to find something that aligns with your niche and that your audience is actually interested in.
So if you're promoting a product that you don't believe in or that's totally irrelevant to your audience, it's going to show.
Exactly, and your bonus funnel won't be effective.
So how do you find that perfect product? Cindy mentioned Muncheye. What are your thoughts on that platform?
Muncheye is a great starting point because it gives you this curated list of affiliate products, and you can filter by all sorts of criteria to narrow down your choices.
So you can look for products in your niche products that are launching soon.
Yeah, you can.
So let's say you found a product on Muncheye that looks promising.
Okay.
What's the next step?
The next step is to brainstorm bonus ideas that will complement that product.
Okay.
And provide additional value to your audience.
And this is where those AI prompts come in.
Exactly. Those AI prompts can be really helpful for sparking your creativity.
How do those work?
Well, you can use them with any AI tool like ChatGPT or Bard. You basically input a prompt based on the product you're promoting and your target audience, and the AI will generate a list of potential bonus ideas.
So, for example, let's say you're promoting a course on email marketing.
Okay.
You could input a prompt like, generate bonus ideas for an email marketing course targeting entrepreneurs who are just starting out.
Right.
And the AI will just spit out a bunch of ideas.
Exactly. It might suggest things like a checklist for setting up your email marketing platform, a template for writing your first welcome email, or even a case study showing how someone used email marketing to grow their business.
So it doesn't necessarily give you the perfect bonus idea, but it helps you generate a list of possibilities.
Right. It's a tool to spark your creativity, not a replacement for your own thinking.
I see. So let's say you've brainstormed some bonus ideas and you've chosen the one you want to go with. What's the next step in building your bonus funnel?
The next step is to flesh out that bonus idea and create the actual content.
Okay.
This could involve writing a PDF guide, recording a video series, creating a template, or whatever format makes sense for your bonus.
And once you've created the content, what's next?
Then you need to create the rest of the funnel elements.
Which are?
Your landing page, the sales copy, the email sequence, and the graphics.
Okay, let's break those down one by one.
That's good.
First, the landing page.
Yeah.
What are the key elements of an effective bonus funnel landing page?
The most important element is a clear and compelling headline.
Okay.
That immediately grabs the visitor's attention and tells them what they're going to get.
So it needs to be benefit-driven.
Yes.
It needs to clearly communicate the value of opting in.
Exactly. You also need a strong call to action that tells visitors what to do next.
Which is usually a button that says something like, get your bonus now, or download your free guide.
Right.
And what about the design of the landing page? Does it need to be super fancy?
It doesn't have to be super fancy, but it does need to be visually appealing and easy to navigate.
Okay.
People should be able to quickly scan the page and understand what it's about.
So use high-quality images, clear and concise text, and white space to make it easy on the eyes.
Exactly. And make sure the opt-in form is prominent and easy to fill out.
Got it. So keep it clean and focused.
Yes.
All right, so that's the landing page. What about the sales copy?
The sales copy is the text that persuades people to opt in to your list.
Okay.
It needs to highlight the benefits of both your bonus and the main product you're promoting.
So it's not just about listing features.
Right.
It's about telling a story and connecting with your audience on an emotional level.
Exactly. You want to make people feel like you understand their struggles and that you have a solution that can help them.
And what about the email sequence?
Mm-hmm.
What are the key elements of an effective bonus funnel email sequence?
The first email in the sequence should welcome people to your list and deliver the promised bonus. You should also introduce yourself and your brand and give people a taste of what they can expect from your emails.
To set the stage for a positive relationship.
Right. The subsequent emails in the sequence should provide additional value and nurture the relationship with your subscribers.
Okay.
You could share tips, insights, resources, or case studies that are relevant to the topic of the bonus and the main product.
And ultimately, the goal is to build trust and guide subscribers toward making a purchase.
Right. But you don't want to be too pushy or salesy.
I see.
You want to focus on providing value and building relationships and then strategically introduce offers when it makes sense.
Okay, so we've covered the landing page, the sales copy, and the email sequence. What about the graphics?
The graphics you use in your bonus funnel should be visually appealing and reinforce your brand identity.
All right.
This could include things like your logo brand colors and fonts.
And what types of graphics do you typically use in a bonus funnel?
You might use graphics for your landing page, like a header image or a call to action button. You might also use graphics in your emails, like a banner image or social media sharing buttons.
And where do you get these graphics? Can you use AI for that too?
You can definitely use AI to help generate graphic ideas or even create basic graphics. There are also lots of stock photo and graphic design websites where you can find affordable, high-quality visuals.
So there are plenty of options depending on your budget and technical skills.
Exactly.
Okay, so once you have all these pieces created, the landing page, the sales copy, the email sequence, and the graphics, what's the next step?
The next step is to assemble all these pieces within your chosen funnel building platform.
Like FunnelMates.
Right. This is where you'll connect your email autoresponder, set up your automated email sequence, and configure all the technical aspects of your funnel.
And Cindy provides a step-by-step walkthrough of how to do all of this in FunnelMates.
He does.
So it sounds like FunnelMates takes care of a lot of the heavy lifting for you.
It does. And once your funnel is set up in FunnelMates, you can start driving traffic to it and collecting those valuable email subscribers.
Awesome. So we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
We have.
We've talked about what bonus funnels are, why they're so powerful, and we've even started to map out the steps involved in building one.
Yes.
But we're just getting started. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore even more advanced strategies for maximizing the effectiveness of your bonus funnels and really cranking up those results.
Sounds good.
So stay tuned.
I'm excited. Picking up where we left off last time, we were talking about putting all those pieces together in FunnelMates.
Right, all those different elements of the bonus funnel.
And Cindy actually talked about how important it is to really understand the psychology behind why bonus funnels work.
Ooh, the psychology of it.
Yeah, like what makes people tick when it comes to these things.
I like that.
So one of the big things she highlighted was the principle of reciprocity. Basically, the idea that when someone gives us something valuable for free, we naturally feel obligated to give something back.
So by offering this amazing bonus, we're triggering that feeling of wanting to reciprocate.
Exactly. And she also talked about the power of scarcity, which is another psychological principle that bonus funnels can leverage.
Okay, and how does that work?
Well, remember that deadline Cindy set for getting your funnel submitted?
Oh, yeah, Sunday night.
Right. That's scarcity in action.
I see.
When we perceive something as being limited or exclusive, we naturally value it more.
Right.
And we're more likely to act quickly to get it before it's gone.
It's that fear of missing out, that FOMO.
Exactly. So by setting a deadline, Cindy's not only adding a sense of urgency, but she's also increasing the perceived value of the opportunity.
I see.
And then another principle she talked about was social proof.
What's that?
So social proof is the idea that we're more likely to do something if we see other people doing it.
Okay, so like if we see a bunch of testimonials.
Yeah, exactly. Or if we see that a lot of people have already downloaded a particular bonus, it makes us more likely to want it for ourselves.
Makes sense. So how can we incorporate social proof into our bonus funnels?
Well, one way is to include testimonials from people who've already used your bonus or the main product you're promoting.
Okay.
You can also highlight the number of people who already opted in or showcase any positive feedback you've received.
I like that.
And even just mentioning that your funnel will be featured in Cindy's Traffic Blaster launch adds a layer of social proof because it implies that your funnel is high quality.
It's like you're borrowing some of her credibility.
Exactly. So those are just a few ways to use psychology to make your bonus funnels more effective.
Okay, cool. So let's get back to the actual steps involved in creating one of these funnels.
All right.
We left off talking about assembling all the pieces in FunnelMates. What happens after that?
So after you've assembled your funnel in FunnelMates, the next step is to connect your email autoresponder. This is what allows you to collect email addresses and automate the delivery of your bonus and your email sequence.
And Cindy gives instructions for how to do that right.
Yes, she provides very clear instructions on how to connect different autoresponders.
Like MailChimp Aweber ConvertKit.
Exactly. So it's pretty straightforward to set up.
And she even shows you how to export your subscribers from FunnelMates if you need to.
Right. Which can be helpful if you're switching email marketing platforms or if you just want to use your list for other purposes.
Okay, so let's talk about that email sequence for a minute. This is where you really have a chance to connect with your subscribers, provide value, and build those relationships.
Absolutely. And, we talked about how that first email should deliver the promised bonus and welcome people to your list.
Right.
But beyond that, you really want to think about what kind of content is going to be valuable and engaging for your subscribers.
So what kind of things should we be sending?
Well, you could send tips and insights related to the topic of your bonus and the main product. You could share case studies or success stories. You could offer additional resources like checklists, templates, or worksheets.
Okay.
You could even ask your subscribers questions and encourage them to reply.
I like that.
It's all about creating a two-way conversation.
Yeah, and keeping people engaged so they don't just forget about you after they've downloaded the bonus.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to get personal in your emails, too.
Okay.
Share your own experiences and insights and let your personality shine through.
People buy from people.
Exactly. And now, we talked earlier about the importance of segmenting your list.
Right.
So how can we use segmentation to make our bonus funnel email sequences even more effective?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, segmentation allows you to send targeted emails to different groups of subscribers based on their interests, behaviors, or demographics.
Okay.
So, for example, you could segment your list based on the lead magnet they opted in for, their purchase history, or even their level of engagement with your emails.
So instead of sending the same email to everyone, we can tailor our messages to make them more relevant to each individual subscriber.
Exactly. And that personalization can lead to much higher open rates, click-through rates, and ultimately conversions.
I see. And it also helps you avoid overwhelming people with irrelevant content.
Right, which can lead to unsubscribes.
So how do we actually go about segmenting our list in FunnelMates?
Well, FunnelMates has built-in tagging and automation features that make segmentation really easy.
Okay.
You can tag subscribers based on their actions, like which lead magnet they downloaded, which links they clicked in your emails, or whether they made a purchase.
I see.
And then you can create automated email sequences that are triggered by those tags.
So, for example, if someone downloads a lead magnet about starting a blog, we could tag them as blogging.
Right.
And then send them a series of emails specifically about blogging tips and resources.
Exactly. And if someone clicks on a link in an email about website design, we could tag them as website design and send them a different set of emails about that topic. So it allows you to really personalize the subscriber experience and make sure you're sending the right information to the right people at the right time.
Which is super powerful.
It is.
But, segmenting is only effective if you're actually providing valuable content.
Right. That people are interested in.
It all comes back to that.
It does.
We can have the most sophisticated segmentation strategy in the world.
Right.
But if our content isn't good, it's not going to matter.
Exactly. Yeah. Quality content is key.
Okay, so we've talked about setting up your funnel in FunnelMates, connecting your autoresponder, and creating that killer email sequence.
Yep.
What else do we need to know about managing our email list effectively?
Well, Cindy talked a lot about the importance of building relationships with your subscribers.
Okay.
And avoiding spammy tactics.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I completely agree with her. Building a sustainable online business is all about cultivating relationships and trust with your audience. You want people to see you as a valuable resource, not just someone who's constantly trying to sell them something.
So how do we strike that balance between providing value and promoting offers?
Well, I think it's about being transparent and authentic in your communication.
Yep.
Be clear about your affiliate relationships and only promote products that you genuinely believe in and that you think will actually benefit your audience.
And don't be afraid to share your own personality and experiences.
Exactly. Let people get to know the real you.
And always respect your subscribers' time and attention.
Yes. Don't bombard them with emails. Only send emails when you have something valuable to share.
And make it easy for people to unsubscribe if they're no longer interested.
Absolutely. Making it hard to unsubscribe is a surefire way to damage your reputation and lose trust.
So it sounds like managing your email list effectively is a lot more than just sending out automated sequences.
It is.
It's about building a community, fostering relationships, and providing ongoing value.
Exactly. And when you do that, you'll not only see higher engagement and conversions, but you'll also create a loyal following that will support your business for years to come.
I like that. Now, Cindy also talked about leveraging her Traffic Blaster launch to jumpstart our bonus funnel efforts.
Yeah.
So how can we make the most of this opportunity?
Well, first, make sure your bonus funnel is high quality and that it aligns with the type of audience Cindy attracts.
Okay.
Her audience is primarily entrepreneurs and online marketers.
Right.
So your bonus and your messaging need to resonate with that group.
So no point in promoting a bonus about gardening if Cindy's audience is mostly interested in building online businesses.
Exactly. You want to make sure your offer is relevant.
And pay attention to her guidelines and deadlines.
Yes, she's very specific about what she's looking for. So make sure your funnel meets her criteria.
You're getting access to her massive audience, so it's important to respect her process.
Right. And think about how you can leverage the excitement around her launch to generate buzz for your own bonus.
Okay, how do we do that?
Well, you could mention in your emails that your funnel is being featured in her launch, or you could create social media posts promoting your bonus and tag Cindy.
So ride the wave of her launch.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to get creative and think outside the box.
Yeah.
What unique angle can you take to make your bonus stand out from the crowd?
Right. It's not enough to just create a decent bonus funnel.
It's not.
You need to find a way to differentiate yourself.
You do.
And capture people's attention.
Exactly. And remember, this is just the beginning.
Okay.
Even if you don't get your funnel featured in Cindy's launch, you can still use it to build your list and grow your business.
That's a good point.
It's all about the long game.
So we've talked about creating the bonus content, building the funnel in FunnelMates, connecting our autoresponder, crafting that email sequence, and even leveraging Cindy's launch to boost our efforts.
We have.
Is there anything else we need to consider before we hit publish on our bonus funnel?
Oh, yes. Testing.
Oh, right, of course.
Don't forget to thoroughly test every aspect of your funnel before you launch it to the public.
What kinds of things should we be testing?
We'll make sure all the links are working, that the emails are being delivered correctly, and that the opt-in process is smooth and seamless.
That's a crucial step that's easy to overlook.
It is. And it's much better to catch any errors before you launch than to have people getting frustrated.
Yeah, for sure. So, we've gone from choosing a product to crafting the bonus to building the funnel itself. And it's clear that there are a lot of moving parts here.
There are.
What are your thoughts on using a platform like FunnelMates for all of this?
Well, FunnelMates definitely simplifies the process of building and managing bonus funnels.
Okay.
It's user-friendly, it has all the features you need, and it integrates seamlessly with popular email marketing platforms.
Right.
But it's important. Yeah.
Now let's talk about something that I think a lot of people struggle with.
Okay.
Staying motivated and consistent with their bonus funnel efforts.
Yeah, this is a big one.
It's easy to get excited about a new strategy and then kind of lose steam if you don't see results immediately.
It definitely happens.
So how do we stay motivated and on track?
Well, one thing that helps me is setting realistic goals and celebrating small wins along the way.
So don't expect to build a massive list overnight.
Right.
Just focus on making progress each day.
Exactly. And when you hit a milestone, celebrate it.
It's all about those little dopamine hits.
Exactly. And remember why you're doing this.
Yeah. Why are we doing this?
What are your long-term goals?
Right.
What impact do you want to make with your business?
I like that.
Keep those goals in mind when you're feeling discouraged.
Good advice.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to reach out for support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Join online communities.
Yeah.
Connect with other marketers and get feedback on your ideas.
Having a support system can make a huge difference.
Totally. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about some of the potential challenges that people might encounter when they're implementing these bonus funnel strategies. What are some common pitfalls to avoid?
Well, one thing that comes to mind is the temptation to overcomplicate things.
Okay.
It's easy to get caught up in all the bells and whistles and try to create the most elaborate bonus funnel ever.
Right.
But sometimes simpler is better.
I like that. Keep it simple.
Exactly. Focus on creating a clear, concise, and easy-to-navigate funnel that delivers on its promise.
So don't try to cram in too much information or too many steps.
Right. And remember, the goal is to get people to opt into your list, not to overwhelm them.
Exactly. Another common pitfall is neglecting to track your results.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
It's not enough to just set up your funnel and hope for the best.
Right.
You need to be tracking your metrics, your open rates, your click-through rates, your conversion rates.
Exactly, to see what's working and what's not.
So don't just set it and forget it.
Right, and don't be afraid to experiment and make adjustments based on your data.
Okay.
If you're not seeing the results you want, try tweaking your landing page, your sales copy, your email sequence, or even your bonus offer.
It's all about constantly testing, refining, and optimizing.
Exactly. And that brings us to another important point. Don't be afraid to fail.
Failure's part of the process, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Everyone makes mistakes, especially when they're trying something new. The key is to learn from your mistakes, make adjustments, and keep moving forward.
So embrace the learning process.
Yes.
And don't let fear of failure hold you back.
Exactly. Now let's talk about something that Cindy didn't explicitly address in the webinar.
Okay.
But I think it's important to consider the ethical implications of bonus funnels.
Ooh, ethics.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's important to be transparent with your audience about your affiliate relationships and to only promote products that you genuinely believe in and that you think will benefit your audience.
I agree. You don't want to be seen as someone who's just trying to make a quick buck.
Right. You're trying to build a sustainable business.
Exactly. And it's also important to respect people's privacy and handle their data responsibly.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a clear privacy policy and that you're complying with all applicable laws and regulations regarding data collection and email marketing.
Those are important points.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the technical aspects, but we can't forget about the ethical considerations.
Absolutely. Now let's switch gears and talk about some creative ways to repurpose your bonus funnel content.
Okay, I like that.
Cindy touched on this briefly, but I think it deserves more attention.
Okay, what are some ideas for repurposing that valuable content?
Well, one idea is to turn your bonus content into blog posts.
Oh, yeah.
Each section of your bonus could become a separate blog post.
Ah.
Or you could create a series of blog posts based on different aspects of your bonus.
So basically taking that written content and giving it a new life on your blog.
Exactly. And you can do the same thing with video content.
Okay.
If your bonus is a video series, you could create shorter clips from each video and share them on social media.
Or you could even create a trailer for your bonus funnel.
That's a great idea.
To generate interest and excitement.
Exactly. And don't forget about podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
You could record a podcast episode based on your bonus content.
Right.
Or interview someone who's an expert on the topic of your bonus.
So many possibilities.
There are. And repurposing your content not only saves you time and effort, but it also helps you reach a wider audience.
That's awesome.
Ah.
Okay, so we've talked about choosing the right product, crafting a compelling bonus, building the funnel itself, managing our email list effectively, and even repurposing our content.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have. What are your final thoughts for our listeners who are ready to take the plunge and start building their own bonus funnels?
My final thought is this. Don't be afraid to experiment and have fun with it.
Okay.
Bonus funnels are a powerful tool for building your list and growing your business, but they should also be enjoyable. Try different things, see what works for you, and let your creativity shine.
Great advice. And remember, even if you don't get your funnel featured in Cindy's launch, you're still building a valuable asset that can serve you for years to come.
Exactly. Building a successful online business is a journey, and bonus funnels are a fantastic vehicle for getting where you want to go. It's funny, we were just talking about the long game, and Cindy actually shared an anecdote about how some of her bonus funnels that she created years ago are still bringing in leads today.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. It really shows the power of these things.
Yeah, they can be a real gift that keeps on giving.
Now, you mentioned earlier that Cindy showed everyone how to actually connect An autoresponder to FunnelMates.
Yeah, she did a whole walkthrough.
What were your thoughts on that? Was it easy to follow?
Oh, yeah. She made it really clear, even if you're not super tech savvy.
Great.
She showed exactly where to find those API keys and how to paste them into FunnelMates.
So even a beginner could follow along.
Oh, definitely. And she didn't just cover one autoresponder either.
Okay.
She showed examples with MailChimp ActiveCampaign ConvertKit, a lot of the popular options.
So it's likely that most people will find the instructions for their platform.
Yeah, pretty much everyone.
Okay, cool. So let's say you've built your bonus funnel. It's connected to your email list. You're ready to start driving traffic.
Yeah.
What are some strategies that Cindy recommended for getting people to actually see your offer?
Well, she talked about leveraging the excitement around the Traffic Blaster launch itself.
Right, using that momentum.
Exactly. Mentioning that your funnel is part of this bigger event can add a lot of credibility and urgency.
Especially if you're just starting out and don't have a big list of your own.
Exactly. You're piggybacking on her audience.
But she also talked about going beyond just the launch, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Using social media, guest blogging, even paid advertising.
So it's really about being proactive.
It is.
And using a variety of different channels.
Knowing your audience.
Right, knowing who you're trying to reach with your bonus funnel.
What their pain points are, what kind of language resonates with them.
That seems to be a theme with everything Cindy does.
Yeah, she's all about knowing your audience.
Okay, so one thing I found really interesting was her advice on creating a bonus that really stands out. She said, it's not enough to just offer something generic. You need to make it unique and valuable.
Right. It needs to be something special.
So how do we do that? How do we come up with a bonus that people are really going to get excited about?
Well, she talked about really thinking about what would complement the main product in a way that no one else is offering.
Okay, so get creative.
Yes, outside the box.
So if the main product is a course on starting a YouTube channel, instead of just offering a generic checklist, maybe you create a custom intro video template specifically for that niche.
Exactly. Something that people can't find anywhere else.
I like that.
Or maybe you offer a personalized critique of their first 3 YouTube videos.
That's a great idea. It's about adding value that goes beyond the obvious.
Exactly. And, she also suggested using those AI prompts that we talked about before to help spark creative ideas.
So use AI as a tool, not a replacement for your own creativity.
Exactly. It's about augmenting your thinking, not letting the AI do all the work.
Now let's talk about something that she didn't specifically address in the webinar.
Okay.
But I think it's really important building relationships with those new subscribers.
Yes. This is key.
It's not enough to just collect email addresses.
Yeah.
You need to nurture those relationships and build trust.
Absolutely. And that's where your email sequence comes in.
So it's not just about delivering the bonus and promoting the main product.
It's not. It's about providing ongoing value.
Sharing helpful tips.
Resources.
Even personal stories.
Becoming a trusted resource.
Yes, someone who genuinely cares about helping their audience.
It's a shift in perspective.
It is.
It's not just about making a sale. It's about building a community.
That's the key to long-term success.
Awesome. Well, I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about today.
I think so too.
And hopefully a solid roadmap to get started with bonus funnels.
I hope so.
Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive. It was my pleasure.
Now it's time to take action. Go build those bonus funnels.